Hey you guys, it's your girl Emily Marie, and my hair is done, but I'm tired and I did not feel like fixing my quick weave. But my babies are asleep, so I decided I'm going to give y'all this video now. If I'm looking everywhere and not at the camera, again, I am extremely tired. I don't get any rest. But this is the story time on how I got pregnant at 16, and then I messed around and got pregnant at 17. And I'm pretty sure, like, y'all gonna be surprised by the story. Like, y'all, I've been seeing comments saying crazy stuff. But again, I did put it in my notes. I got the story in my notes because I've been supposed to record this video, but I didn't want to leave nothing out. And I know some of my story times I be all over the place. So when I need to look back at my notes, I'm gonna look back at my notes, okay? But we're gonna start at my first relationship. Okay, of course, like I'm not gonna say of course because everybody wasn't that way, but when I was like in middle school and elementary school, of course I had little playboy friends, but you know, that's not a real relationship. That's not really nothing for real. So I met my first boyfriend at 15. Again, not including the little middle school and elementary relationships, which you know, we were just doing stuff, or I was just doing stuff, not doing stuff like that. But you know, just talking to little boys. But yeah, so my daughter is woke. She's looking at the TV. But my first relationship is when I was 15. So when I was 15, I met my kid's dad. My birthday is in December, and we met that March. Okay? That March. Right after I turned 15, we met. He was 15 too, but he was turning 16 the next month. Sorry, y'all, the next month. But yeah, by real, I mean like this the first boy I done been to his house. I done met his parents. I done met his family. Like, I haven't been to no boy house before him. So like, yeah, my first real boyfriend. The first boy I didn't ever did anything with, like my first everything, honestly. That's my first everything. So that's why I called him my real boyfriend. But yeah. Oops. Hold on, y'all. I'm just bringing this video, like, honestly, this is a good video to tell y'all about, but I'm really doing the video because I seen y'all comments and y'all like, I just had a baby with a random, I'm just doing this, I'm fast. Okay, it is fast to do that at 15, but I'm gonna let y'all know the story. But y'all been saying like, I just did it with a random, I didn't know who he was before I did it, I'm fast and stuff like that. Mind you, we met at 15, okay, but just keep listening. Okay, yeah, so we were together, y'all, for 9 months before we even did anything. Like, of course, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, of course, we kissed, but I can't even say that because some people not even kissing at 15. But like, yeah, we was kissing, but kiss and hug, that's all we was doing. And we wasn't even in no room by ourselves or anything. Like, we was literally in his grandmama living room. But I'm not gonna lie, when we was at my people's house, or nobody knew about him but my grandmama. So when I was I would see him at my grandma's house, and when I would see him at my grandma's house, we'd either be in her living room, and her and my granddad would be upstairs, or we would be in my grandma's basement, and nobody was down there. But we never did anything at my grandma's house ever, ever. Okay, ever. But yeah, oh yeah. Also, he told me that he was a virgin, y'all. Mind you, we're 15, so like I would expect that. So I believed it. I believed it. So that's what I'm thinking, like, to myself. Like, that was like kind of at the beginning of the relationship, but that's what I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, yeah, he's doing. Because y'all, our generation, I need to sit back, but our generation, you would not think you finna meet no virgins, honestly. And like, people wouldn't even think I only have one body, like, and I do. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy that they be just out here giving out. But yeah, I can't even say that because I got 2 babies. I can't say that because I got 2 babies, but I got one body though. So yeah, and I'm 18. But I'm sorry, y'all, I'm tired. But yeah, he told me he was a virgin, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one, that's the one, that's the one. And then again, he wasn't trying nothing before, you know. So when we hit the 9 months, I don't want to be everywhere. That's why I wrote in my notes. I wrote the points I want to touch in my notes. Oh my goodness, I don't want to be everywhere. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he told me he was a virgin, so I don't believe in it. Which I just found out like 2 days ago that he never was. But yeah, And he never tried me or nothing like that. So yeah, I was believing it. But anyways, when he told me that, I felt comfortable. Like this, my man. We like y'all. I don't know. That honestly just made me think he was doing like, cause you know, in this generation, like I'm 18 now, so I'm pretty sure we like all kind of in the same generation. But well, no, cause my comments be saying they're older. But yeah, if y'all know how our generation is, you would think like when you going to a boy house or any of that, he just want to do that. Like, and I'm not gonna lie. Never mind. I am gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna tell y'all what I was gonna tell y'all. Now I am gonna lie. But yeah, so I'm thinking like, you know, yeah, because he wasn't trying nothing, and I wasn't ready for that. So I'm like, yeah, he wasn't trying nothing. That's why I really liked him. Anyways, we're not gonna fast forward. Let me touch every point I wrote down. Oh, let me mention this. I know a lot of us never had to talk with our parents, but I never had to talk, so I never knew anything about sex or nothing. Like, mind you, I'm not racist or nothing, but I was going to an all-white school. Like, they would be talking about it, in, like, the students would be talking about it in class, and I'm like so lost, just trying to be like, yeah, I know. I'm so lost, y'all. I was so lost to everything they was talking about, but like, still though, like, I don't even know much now. Like, I just know what be going on, literally. I don't know much, but again, yeah, I never knew nothing about that. Of course, I know if you do it, you can get pregnant, but I never knew nothing about it. Like, honestly, I really thought I was supposed to get effed in the booty hole. Like, I didn't know. Yeah, I promise you, I did not know. Like, before him, if he didn't know what he was doing, yeah, I probably would have been effed in the booty hole, literally. Uh, but when he told me he was a virgin, and I know I'm a virgin, I don't know much, I'm thinking, like, we're finna learn together, so I'm not finna look stupid. So when the 9 months came around, he knew exactly what he was doing. Exactly what he was doing, y'all. Like, I don't even this. I cannot talk about no sex on here, but yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. And me, I'm just like, I'm just doing it, just doing anything. But I should have knew from there, like, cause he knew exactly what he was doing. Ain't no way you okay, never mind. But I'm gonna tell y'all what happened first, okay? So it was like one day in December. Sorry, y'all. This happened like what, three years ago. So 2 years ago. I'm trying to think on it. But this was like one day in December. It was close to the end of December because I know I had just turned 16 December 7th. So it was close to the end of December. We did it for the first time. We did it for the first time. Like I said, it was my first experience. So yeah. But we did it for the first time. Hold on. And after the first time, well, during the first time, he was like, he nutted. Or should I say that word? Would something happen if I said it on YouTube? I'm gonna just say he did it, okay? But y'all know what he did it mean because I already said it once. He did it. Yeah, he did it. And when I took a pregnancy test, it was negative. But me and his mom, we was like this, y'all. Like, I literally was putting his mom before everybody except him. I didn't have a child yet, so yeah. But I was putting his mom before everybody. So we used to be together like every day, and this how me and his mom was. So I told her it was negative before I told him because, mind you, at the time I was living in Covington, I think, and he was living down here. But after I usually like after I leave from over there, they bring me here. So I was coming here, and I took a pregnancy test in the bathroom, and I seen it was negative, and I was like, I told her it was negative, and I was like, I'm finna send him a picture, and she was like, no, let's tell him it was positive. So me again, not knowing anything, or well, of course I know it was negative, but like, you know, not knowing too much about this, I told him it was positive because she told me to him it was positive, and she went and got a fake pregnancy test off the internet, and she sent it to me and told me to send it to him, so I did. Please don't call me dumb, and no, this is not to like bash her or nothing, but I'm just telling y'all the story, like how it happened. So, and mind you, only my sister, one of my sisters, I think only one of my sisters knows to this day that this really happened, like, because I told her. But I think only one of my sisters, out of everybody in my family only know this story. Like, honestly, I told her this story before. So, but that was a long time ago. She probably don't even remember it, but they're gonna remember it now. But anyways, yeah, so she told me to tell him it was positive. She sent the picture, so I sent him the picture and I told him it was positive. After that, like I said, we were seeing each other every day. So after that, I went back over there. I don't know if we did it the next day, but whenever we started actually like doing it, he did it again and again and again. Me not knowing, him not saying nothing, because, and I forgot to tell him we was just playing, y'all. I forgot. I don't know if she told him or if she planned on telling him, but I forgot to tell him we was just playing. So it's definitely not his fault, and I want to make that clear. It's not his fault because he didn't know that it was really negative. So him thinking it's positive, he did it again and again and again, and then one day, let me check that. Oh, let me say this too. No, I was not trying to get pregnant. When she said that, I'm thinking like maybe we, like, not we, because I'm just saying because she said it. I felt like she was probably trying to get his reaction, and like we was like this close, so I'm not thinking none of it. Like, do she really want me to get pregnant or what? I'm not thinking none of that because I'm thinking like maybe she just want her son reaction. So I'm like, okay, I was with it, but yeah. So the next time we seen each other, he was doing it or whatever. He kept doing it. So we ended up doing it again because in his mind, it didn't matter no more because he thinking like, I'm already pregnant. So yeah. But I would say, okay, if I had my baby in October, let's count the months. Maybe January, February. Yeah, maybe like January I got pregnant. So maybe it was kind of like right after. Mind you, that's Christmas break, y'all. So of course we could be together way more on Christmas break. So it was Christmas break, so it probably was the next day. I don't know, but I'm thinking it was like December 28th. I think it's like December 28th or the beginning of January is when he did it again and I actually got pregnant. But again, like I said, he didn't know. So yeah. But what did I write? And don't think because this is my note, this is a fake story. I promise y'all, on my baby's life, on my life, on everybody's life, this is not fake. This is what happened. But I just didn't want to keep getting off track like I'm doing now because again, I'm tired. But yeah. Okay, yeah, so I would say maybe December 28th or like the beginning of January, that's when I really got pregnant. And nobody knew, y'all. Nobody knew but me, his mom, and him. And yeah. And again, like, it's not his fault because he didn't know. But nobody knew I was pregnant, y'all. Like, including my family. I had friends at the time and everything. And I was in school. Nobody knew until I was probably like, it was like the summertime. And I was like, dang, I wasn't 4 or 5 months, was I? Wait, school started August. August, September, October. Oh yeah, I was like 6 months. I was like 5 or 6 months when everybody, like, when they found out. And I'm gonna tell y'all how they found out. So I was at my dad's house one day, and my and I got in the, okay, the morning, hold on, what happened? Yeah, that morning, well, not that morning, but like, I'm gonna tell you today how the day went. But that morning time, my daddy woke me up and he was like, you pregnant? They saying you pregnant. Mind you, my sister was pregnant at the same time, and I did not know she was pregnant until after I was already pregnant. Yeah. And I didn't know she was pregnant until after I was already pregnant. But I still didn't tell nobody. Like, I'm still just holding it in because I didn't know how they was gonna react, y'all. Like, I was 15, actually I was 16, and I'm like, I don't know how these people finna react. But it was like, they was calm when they found out my sister was pregnant, but she was like 18 though. But yeah, they was calm, but I was still thinking like, I don't know how they finna react, so I'm gonna keep it to myself. So yeah, and his mom was new and stuff, and they was making sure I ate all the time and all this. They was taking care of me when I was pregnant with him. But yeah, so nobody knew till I was like 5 or 6 months. And then that morning, of the day I'm finna tell y'all about, the morning, my daddy came to me. I was sleeping on the couch and he came to me. He was like, "You pregnant? People keep saying you pregnant." I'm like, "Oh no, they got the wrong Emily, baby. They got the wrong me. I'm not pregnant. They probably talking about Pink, because Pink is my sister that was pregnant." So I'm like, "Oh no, they probably talking about Pink. They're not talking about me. I'm not pregnant." So that night came around. I'm laying on the couch. I had a blanket or a comforter, and Mariah, which is my little sister, she was like, "Dang, if I was 16," she was like 3, 4, 3. Wait, dang, my bad. She 8. She was like, she 8 now. I'm 18. This was when I was 15, 16. This was 2 years ago. So she was like 5 or 6, because my birthday come before her. So she was like 5 or 6. She wanted the cover I wanted. And I'm like, no, because I had the cover first. So 2 of my brothers tussling with me over the cover. So I'm like, I'm sitting here pregnant and they pushing down on my stomach. I'm like, it's not their fault, because again, they didn't know. But I'm like, they sit here pushing down on my stomach. So I'm just like, now at this point I'm crying, because yeah, at this point I'm crying because my stomach was hurting and I'm like exhausted. I'm like over a cover, bro, that I had first. And then I'm sitting here pregnant. Nobody know I'm pregnant. And then they just pushing that on me, putting all their weight on me. Everybody talking stuff. Like, that's how they be ganging up, for real. Like, anytime it come to me, y'all, with anybody, they gang up. So I'm like, you know what? Let me call my grandmama. My grandmama, she lived like on the other side of where we at, but not far. Probably like 10 minutes, I think. Maybe a little farther, but not too far. But so I called my grandmama, and she didn't answer. She was asleep. So I called my cousin that was living with my grandmama, and I'm like, "Come get me." And he came and got me. And they came out to the car trying to see who it was. First, I texted my baby dad, and we didn't have school this morning, but I texted him, and they was like, "They don't want to get in it and whatever." So I'm like, "You right? Okay, cool." I hung up on him. I called my cousin. I told him, "Come get me." He came and got me. He still ain't knowing nothing either, but he came and got me. I had a bag with me. I went over there, and yeah, I went over there by myself. I thought my baby daddy came with me, but no, I went by myself. And then the next morning, my grandma came in there and she was like, "You pregnant?" I'm like, I'm just laying in bed and I'm like, huh? No. So she go to work. She go to work, y'all. She come back that afternoon. I should have been knowing, and I should have got up out of there that day. But she come back that afternoon with a pregnancy test. I didn't take the test, but hold on, y'all. Actually, when I was asleep, she came rubbing me and she felt my stomach before she even asked me, and I felt her in my sleep rub my stomach, but I just didn't wake up to say nothing because I'm like, at this point she had already rubbed it. So I think she knew then, but she still wanted to ask. So just because I think she think I didn't feel her rub my stomach because I fake slept still. But like, it's no problem. Like, that's my grandmama. But I'm just saying that's what happened. But so yeah, she came out with a pregnancy test. I didn't take the pregnancy test. I'm at my grandma's house. It's just me there, my grandma, and my granddaddy. So when she got off work, she asked me about it, and I'm like, no. And then she was like, "Come here." I stood up or whatever. She felt, and she was like, "Yeah, you pregnant." She was like, "Yeah, you pregnant." So then she was like, "Come downstairs real quick." And my granddaddy was downstairs, and she was like, "Show him." And he was like, "Oh yeah, she pregnant." She was like, "Yeah, she pregnant for like, and it's been a minute. She pregnant. I'm just like, yeah, I am." And then she was like, "It's okay. Your parents can't say nothing because they had children younger and all this." I'm not trying to start no mess. But basically she supported it. I'm not gonna say she supported it, but she was like, I mean, it is what it is. It's okay. So, and then she called my daddy. He was like, I just asked her. Oh, let me tell y'all how they found out, though. They found out because it was word. I'm not going to say that it really happened because I never heard. But it was word that my baby daddy was telling people. Maybe he was excited it was our first child. But, yeah. So, that's how they found out. At least that's what they said. But, yeah. So, let me silence this. Sorry. But, yeah. So, where was I at? Okay, yeah, so I went downstairs. My granddaddy saw everything. She called my dad, and he was like, I just asked her yesterday morning or whatever. And then he was just like, his mindset was basically like, it is what it is too, because like it's already dead. So yeah, but my mama wasn't supporting it. But I'm not gonna get too much into that because it's no family drama going on already. But she wasn't really with it. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah. And then we're gonna speak on my second pregnancy, but that's really what happened with my first pregnancy. I mean, I had my son. Well, actually, I didn't have my son. My mom was gonna. I'm not gonna lie. My mom was gonna throw me a gender reveal, but I mean not a gender reveal, a baby shower. She did throw the gender reveal. Dang, she did. She did. Okay, she ate that. She did. She threw me a gender reveal. My bad. She did. And but when it came for my baby shower, his mom threw the baby shower. On that, like around that time, I don't think my mama and his mama was like, good right at that time, because my parents always felt like I was more with them like than them. But I'm not gonna lie, like it's boring. It's boring here, and like my dad, he lived like in the woods, so it's like it's nothing to see. So really, I was going over there because it was more to do. It was more entertainment, and I hate just sitting in the house being bored. So yeah, but that's really why. I don't know. I feel like that's really why it was seeming more like I was with them than with my family, because like yeah, over there you can walk outside, it's cars, it's a park, like stuff like that. So that's why I always went over there, and then they cook a lot and stuff like that. So yeah, and that was taking good care of me for real when I was pregnant with him. So yeah, I had the gender reveal. Nobody came to the gender reveal on my side, but my mama, one of my sisters, and my baby sister, and my niece. Them was the only people that came. Mind you, it was at a public building. Everybody was invited, but them the only people that came. So yeah, I salute my mama for that. She was there, but it was, of course, nobody obligated to buy my child nothing. But when it came to buying him stuff, it was only my baby daddy side of the family and like family friends of that side. So yeah, that's what I was kind of trying to tell y'all in the last video. But y'all just be trying to eat me up, and I know what's going on. But I'm telling y'all now, like this is what's going on. And when I did say that my mama didn't support it, so maybe that was the key to kill it. No, I will never kill a baby, and I'm just let you know that now. Never. I don't care if I have 15. I will never kill no baby. Okay. But yeah. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. But my bad. um. But yeah, that's really how my first pregnancy. Oh no, when I was in the hospital, it was the day of my pregnancy. I think it's called induced. I had to get induced, and it was like an overnight thing because they had pushed me back that day, and that was like coming like I think it was like 12. So he came at 12, so they didn't start to the next morning. Oh, there Mariah go. Oh, that's not her bus. That's the high school bus. But yeah, it was like 12 that morning. I mean, yeah, 12 a.m. You know, that's midnight. It was like 12. We went to the hospital. The hospital was like a good 30 minutes from my house. So we went to the hospital. My dad drove me and my mama to the hospital. I'm thinking like he dropping us off, but he ended up spending the night. So I had already had it planned out that I was gonna be in the, well, of course I had to be in the room. My mom was gonna be in the room, and my baby dad was gonna be in the room, and he was like he wanted his mom in the room. So, and again at that time, like y'all, I'm pregnant, so I'm like not liking nobody. Like I don't know, when I'm pregnant, I'm mean, I'm emotional, and I always got an attitude. Okay, but yeah, at the time I don't think me and her was on the best of the terms. So he was like he want her in the room, so I'm like okay, them the three that's gonna be in the room, because mind you, only 3 people can be in the room, because there's not even enough space for everybody to sleep. So that's who was gonna be in the room. But my dad ended up staying in the room, and he didn't. And my baby daddy didn't like that, because if he came in the room, his mom would have to sleep in the lobby. So he slept in the lobby with her. So come the next day, my dad leave that morning. I was having contractions and stuff, and my mom was in the room. I'm sitting on her lap. Y'all, I'm sitting on her lap because them things was biting until I got that epidural. Like them things was biting. So I'm sitting on her lap. I'm yanking on my baby daddy. Like I'm on him. Like y'all, them contractions is not nothing to play with. Like don't get pregnant for real. Don't. But yeah, hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. I gotta like start leaving my phone somewhere else when I'm recording. But yeah, so they was in the room. His mom was like, "They hurt." I'm like, "Yes, they hurt." I'm trying to bounce on the ball. I'm trying to do everything. That baby is not coming. Okay, and that was my son. He wasn't coming. So, but then around the time when I had him, everything was good. It was like 10 people in the room. It was my sister, one of my sisters, I think one of my brothers, his mama, my mama, my daddy came a little late. It was a lot of people. That's all I know, y'all. My brother girlfriend, like, wait, was she in there? I don't know, y'all, but it was just so much going on. It was a lot of people in the room. It wasn't even supposed to be that many people. It was supposed to be 3 people in the room, but everybody was just coming in the room. But yeah, that's how my first pregnancy went. It was good. Second pregnancy, I ended up getting pregnant again, y'all, months after I had my first baby. But at that point, me and him was living together, cause he go to school in Albany. We was living in Albany, however y'all say it. We was living there or whatever. And this one was, it wasn't planned. It was very unexpected, but it happened. And like I said, I'm not gonna kill no baby. So I really gotta read my phone for this one. No, I don't. I really don't. But it wasn't too much. It was just, it wasn't even a story for real. Nobody really knew for real. Again, till like I was about to have the baby. I had the baby in Albany, so nobody was there. It was just me and him. He was there, but like when it was time to sleep in the hospital, it's the only part like I wish I had somebody up there with me, because he would, of course we had a son, but his sister was there too, but she watched him for a little bit. But when it was like time for me and my daughter to sleep and stuff, like he wouldn't be there, and he would just like come a little bit. He wasn't really there for real in the hospital with me. So yeah, but that ain't really a story to tell for it. It's not really nothing to that. But now, well, I had her when I was 17, but now I had her the month after my birthday. But again, now I got a 1-year-old son and a almost 4-month-old daughter. Yeah, and trying my best with them. Yeah, I'm trying my best with them. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you my plans before I even had my son. I was in 11th grade. I was in 10th grade when I got pregnant with him, but I finished the 10th grade and I went to the 11th grade. But I came back to school down here because my mama moved from where we was living, so I came back down here. I did start school until like, I'm sorry, y'all see cars, until like the month of the month I was supposed to have him is when I stopped school. I was gonna go back to school, but it was like I started getting behind, because if you pregnant and you in school and you have pregnancy brain, because I definitely had pregnancy brain, like my teacher could tell me something, show me something, and just like that, the next few minutes is I forgot it. Like, so I definitely had pregnancy brain, so I started getting behind. And then it was like days of school, like, because like I said, it was like I was dang near at my due date, so it was like days like where I couldn't even make it to school. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm just too far behind, and they were trying to put me in the grade I had already passed, and I'm just like, yeah, no. But I did plan. Actually, I always felt like, I'm not gonna lie, I always felt like school wasn't for me. Like, I was very smart, but I just felt like this is not for me. Like, I don't know. But I am finishing school now. I'm trying to get my baby dad's MacBook so I can finish, or I need to buy my own MacBook or something. Actually, I need to text him and ask for it. But yeah, I'm trying to finish school now. And before I got pregnant with my first baby, I planned, or I'm not gonna say I planned on, but I considered going to the military, and I also planned on being a sonography. I don't know if you can say sonographer, but sonography, which is like where you do the ultrasound and stuff like that. Cause I'm not gonna say I like it because I never did it, but like it was cool watching them do mines and stuff like that. So yeah, I planned on being a sonography, and I actually kind of still feel like I could get in that field, like stuff of that sort, dealing with babies, like not labor and delivery, but like being there with the babies. Like I feel like I can do something like that, because I actually like kids now. Like I never liked kids. But yeah, that's the story, y'all. For y'all that's saying I just had a baby with random, I didn't know what I was dealing with. It wasn't like that at first, okay? It wasn't like that at first. My mama started supporting it at a time, so yeah. It wasn't always where she didn't support. She just didn't support for real when I first told her, like when she first found out. Because I'm not gonna lie, she was asking me about it too, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna tell them, because I'm not even act. And again, I'm not gonna kill a baby. So I was like, best bet is me to keep it myself, because they're not gonna make me kill my baby, and I'm not gonna kill my baby. Like, because I've heard stories like where people have to have abortions and then that stick with them, like, and then they just be going through it. Like before that, y'all, I was always smiling. Like if y'all know me, I was always smiling. I was making jokes. Like I was the life of the party. Okay. So yeah, I didn't want to ruin that for me. So yeah, but that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry I haven't been here. I mean, I do have another story time, like, but I probably won't bring it to the internet because I don't know. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see. If y'all got questions, I will answer them in the comments because I don't plan on making a part 2 to this. So I will answer them in the comments. Thank y'all for getting me to. Let's see where we at. Let's see how many subscribers we at. Thank y'all for getting me to 2.6K. Yeah, thank y'all so much. And I'll be trying to reply to y'all DMs. I'll be trying to reply to the comments, but y'all see it's a lot of comments. So your girl trying. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Let me know what type of videos y'all want to see. Like, do y'all want to see vlogs with my babies, or do y'all want me to continue telling y'all about my story times? What apartment is coming soon?